In the world of the young and the restless, Michael Baldwin is no stranger to navigating complex emotional and moral territory. Fans of the show have seen his character evolve over the years, from a young, slightly misguided lawyer to a family man trying to find balance in a world full of drama. But after the events of the November 25th episode, there are signs that Michael could be headed down a much darker path once again. Here's why Michael's journey may be taking a turn towards the shadows. A complex past of darkness and redemption. To understand why Michael could return to his dark side, we have to look back at his history. For much of his early life, Michael was deeply entwined with criminal activity. He started off on the wrong side of the law and wasn't afraid to cross ethical lines to get what he wanted. His relationship with his brother Kevin, who also has a history of running afoul of the law, made Michael's path even more complicated. But over time, Michael redeemed himself, becoming a lawyer, getting married to Lauren, and becoming a father to their son Fenmore. However, Michael's past was never fully behind him. The temptation to go back to his old ways has always lingered, especially when the stakes are high. His connection to the dark side of Genoa City is something that may resurface as he faces new challenges. The strain of family drama. One of the biggest catalysts for Michael's potential return to darkness is the increasing strain on his family. On November 25th, Michael found himself in the middle of more family turmoil. His relationship with Lauren has been tested in recent months, particularly as Lauren deals with her own business challenges and their son Fenmore's struggles. As a husband and father, Michael feels a deep sense of responsibility to protect his family. But what happens when his usual ways of handling problems don't seem to be enough? Michael is no stranger to desperation, and it's during times of crisis that he has been known to make questionable decisions. If his family's safety or happiness is threatened, Michael could be pushed to make darker choices once again, perhaps resorting to legal loopholes, manipulation, or even bending the law to keep his loved ones safe. The increasing pressure from his professional life. Another significant factor contributing to Michael's potential descent into darkness is the pressure from his professional life. As a lawyer in Genoa City, Michael is often placed in morally gray situations, where he has to navigate difficult cases and sometimes represent people he doesn't fully agree with. Recently, Michael has been dealing with powerful figures like Victor Newman and other individuals who don't play by the rules. In the November 25th episode, it was clear that Michael was in the midst of a delicate legal situation, one that could have serious ramifications. He has always been skilled at handling such cases, but what happens when the pressure becomes too much? With his back against the wall, Michael could start to adopt a more ruthless approach, using his legal expertise to manipulate situations in ways that he might have avoided in the past. The temptation to win at any cost could lead him down a path that brings back his darker tendencies. Revisiting old connections. Michael's connections with some of the more morally ambiguous characters in Genoa City could also play a role in his return to darkness. Whether it's dealing with criminals like Adam Newman or revisiting his relationships with individuals who have questionable motives, Michael's ties to the underworld of Genoa City are always lurking beneath the surface. As these characters continue to influence him, Michael could find himself drawn back into their orbit, even if it means compromising his values. His past friendships with characters who have crossed the line into darker territory, such as Adam or even his own brother Kevin, may tempt Michael to make choices he later regrets. The emotional strain of his past decisions. Lastly, Michael's internal conflict and emotional strain could play a big part in his transformation. Michael has made mistakes throughout his life, some of which have left lasting scars. These unresolved emotions, combined with the growing pressures around him, could push Michael to revert to the darker parts of his personality as a way to cope with his feelings of guilt, frustration, and fear. As Michael faces more personal and professional challenges in upcoming episodes, fans should keep a close eye on how he reacts. If the past is any indication, it's not out of the question for Michael to spiral back into his darker ways in order to protect those he loves or to regain control over his life.